Yo, what's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of September 2017. Scorpio, I'm posting daily astrology on my Facebook page, so check it out. Head there. Read the forecast for your sign. Read the forecast for any other sign that you're interested in learning about. I post one forecast every day for all 12 signs. So it's a really great way for you to stay in touch with what's happening with your sign on a day-to-day basis. And to locate my page, all you have to do is type Gregory Furlan in your Facebook search bar. My page will come right up. Make sure to give me a like when you're there. Now I'm going to jump into your forecast for the month of September 2017. Scorpio, the sun is going to be in an area that has to do with your friendships throughout the month of September 2017. So this is a fun area, Scorpio, so go out and have some fun. You are a very responsible person, but it's time to take your professional hat off for a moment. Go out, have a good time, get together with your friends, and other of you, Scorpio, could be frequenting social media a lot more. So if you already frequent social media a lot altogether, then potentially you could see yourself frequenting social media even more. And if you aren't that active on social media, potentially you could be on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter even more than usual during this time. And then the sun's going to shift into Libra, which is that occurs on September 22nd. So Libra is a sign that precedes yours. That's an area that has to do with secret situations in your life. So following September 22nd, get ready, maybe some secret situations popping in your life, maybe some stuff that has to do with closure, getting rest. It's an area that has to do with chapters closing. But those are the main themes for you, Scorpio, for the month of September 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on September 2nd, Mars is aspecting Uranus, which is retrograding. And this is a great aspect for your career and your work situation, Scorpio. So what's happening? There's something building, or just something like Mars supercharges everywhere it goes. So potentially this could see you pretty amped up, or pretty high energy about something that has to do with your professional life. And this aspect that it's making to Uranus is retrograding in the area that has to do with your work situation. Now, not all of you are going to be releasing an outdated work situation, but some of you will. R for retrograde, R for release. Uranus is, it looks like it's moving backwards, but it's not really moving backwards, but it looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? I mean, potentially some of you Scorpios are going to release an outdated work situation, and that's not the case for all of you. Potentially some of you are just reviewing, what is your next step going to be? R for retrograde, R for review. What's your next step going to be in your work situation, Scorpio, your professional life? On September 5th, Mercury begins to move forward again. It's been retrograding since August 12th, and throughout the month of August, this probably had a lot to do with friendships popping up from the past. So potentially maybe throughout the month of August, you were reunited with some friends that you haven't seen in quite some time, or potentially talking to them, or seeing them more, wherever. Just Mercury has to do with conversation, and it also has to do with thought. So just potentially even thinking about, hey, I haven't seen so-and-so in a while. And, some of you have even maybe have had some reunions during this time. And then Mercury retrograded so much that it moves back into an area that has to do with your professional life. So maybe things started to get a little complicated when it comes to communication on the professional front. But now Mercury is moving forward again on September 5th. So things should be a lot more clear on the professional front when it comes to getting your message across in the office. If you've had challenges with that before, get ready for crystal clear thinking moving forward in your professional life. Following September 5th, Scorpio, on September 6th, there's a full moon. This full moon for you, Scorpio, has to do with true love. So it depends on what's happening with your romantic situation. Are you in a positive romantic situation right now? Do you love the person that you're with? Do you know for sure that they love you back? If that's the case, then potentially your romance could get even better. Potentially this full moon is going to be the point where you really wow, this person, I really love this person. This person really is my true love. Now, for others of you, if this is more of a difficult romantic situation, or you've been uncertain, or potentially some of you Scorpios maybe maybe you're thinking about somebody else, then This full moon might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I hate to say that. I hate talking about, depressing stuff like that. It's not really depressing, though, if you think about it, because, if you do need a shift in your romantic life, if there's somebody else that that you're really passionate about and, potentially could see yourself being with from a romantic standpoint, then this might be the shift that occurs in your life that is necessary for that sort of thing to happen. Now, if you're single, then following September 6th, this full moon could bring somebody into your life. So not all Scorpios will see somebody come into their life who, they're eventually just going to be part of your love life, but some of you will. And for others of you, this maybe some of you Scorpios are artists. If you're an artist, then potentially this could see some sort of creative endeavor coming to fruition following the full moon on September 6th. Then if you are a Scorpio that has children, you might see some developments with your children following the full moon on September 6th. On September 9th, Venus is aspecting Pluto, which is retrograding, and this aspect suggests that you're communicating or wanting to communicate with somebody in your professional life, and this is either has to do with creativity or it has to do with romance, so one or the other. So if it's not creativity, then potentially some of you Scorpios, and don't lie to yourself, some of you are attracted to somebody in your career or your professional sphere. And Pluto is your ruler, and Pluto's a very sultry planet. It goes deep, so potentially this is somebody who you have a profound connection with, whether you realize it or not. So some of you may not even realize whoever you're attracted to in your professional life or in your career, Scorpio, the person that you're wanting to chat with, potentially you have a deeper connection with this person than you even realize. On September 15th, once again, Venus is in this area that has to do with your career situation, and it's making a positive angle now to Jupiter, which is in your area of secrets. So this is some of you are wanting to have a secret situation, a secret love situation, a secret romance situation with somebody in your professional life. And I'm not saying that's going to resonate for all of you, but some of you, yes. Now, for others of you, if that's not possible, this implies that potentially some of you are doing some behind-the-scenes creative work. Maybe you're just a lot of you Scorpios are pretty creative people, so potentially some of you are going to be doing some sort of behind-the-scenes creative work on September 15th or right around that time. And some of you Scorpios, you even have the type of job that requires you to be, or the type of career or professional life that kind of requires you to potentially work behind the scenes or in a stealth manner of some sort. And that's not going to resonate for all Scorpios. Not all Scorpios work in a position that requires that sort of thing, but some of you do. And on September 20th, there's a new moon. And this new moon has to do with your friendships, your social situation, has to do with social media. It's going to hit on September 20th. And the 6 months that follow September 20th, all these new events are going to start coming down the pike regarding your friendships, regarding your social situation, regarding social media. So if you're the type of Scorpio that doesn't frequent social media that often, potentially you're going to start frequenting social media more in the 6 months that follow September 20th. Maybe you're going to start posting more on social media following the 6 months that follow September 20th. Some of you Scorpios might have potentially some new friendships coming down the pike in the 6 months that follow September 20th. You might be introduced to a whole new circle of friends potentially, and that's not going to happen for all of you, but some of you it may. And then this area also has to do where this new moon is happening on September 20th for you. It also has to do with technology. So think about ways that maybe you can upgrade your technology or utilize technology in your life to help you achieve your aspirations. On September 25th, Mercury is aspecting Saturn, and this implies that you are looking to have a conversation with somebody in the area where you earn your money. And this is, Mercury is also about thought too. So potentially if you're not actually physically talking to this person or having a conversation with them, you might be thinking about them. Now, Mercury's aspecting with Saturn on September 25th, and Saturn is the planet of permanence. So there may be some sort of level of permanence that exists within this like what about this conversation has to do with, you know, a situation that might be Saturn's a planet of restructure. Saturn's a planet of structure and restructure. So, you know, potentially some of you might be restructuring something that has to do with the way you earn your money, potentially, or somebody in that area. Potentially you're restructuring your life to fit some sort of situation that has to do with somebody you know from the area where you earn your money. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you. And on September 28th, Pluto finally goes direct, and Pluto is your ruler, and it's been retrograding in your area of communication since April 20th. So you've probably had some holdups, some blips, or some delays regarding your communication process since April 20th when it started retrograding. Now it's starting to move forward again on September 28th. So now you should see your communication process should be a lot smoother from here on out. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Scorpio. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram, Gregory Furlan Official. I'm on Facebook, Gregory Furlan. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.